Al pie del Ávila majestuoso, a 920 metros sobre el nivel del mar, en un valle de verde geografía que se abre de este a oeste, surge Caracas, la capital de Venezuela.
And now, our feature presentation.
You are watching a master at work.
Go get some!
How's it going, fellas? My name is Rafael Chacín, known as El Capitán Rafucho, and ladies and gentlemen, my people, stand the fuck up and welcome to Straight Outta Nation. This ain't just a Raiders podcast. This is a war room for football and basketball culture. No script, no safe takes, no fake analysis. Just Raiders, basketball, and football all day, all night long. So I just wanted to tell you, how you guys feeling in this late night Monday? Because I know we're back in business, motherfuckers. We're just getting back right now, but we got a center to focus not only on the football off season, but also basketball, a little bit of college football, college basketball, all the hot topics coming into action right now. So can you guys hear me? Because I know that you've been waiting. I know you've been waiting for weeks, but I just wanted to tell you before we can start right now, make sure to subscribe to Capitán Rafucho on YouTube. Also, you can follow me on different social media. Instagram at Capitán Rafucho 93.
Mucho gusto.
On Twitch, Kick, and TikTok Because for right now, my X account, which is my Twitter account at Capitán Rafucho, is still suspended.
NANI?
Yeah, it's still suspended since 1 month ago. That it's just like a nightmare. The show must continue, ladies and gentlemen. The show must continue. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna to prepare because it's a brand new era at the Raiders Nation, which means a brand new era for all the coaches. After Super Bowl, after whole football season, right now is gonna be something interesting. Because right now we have a new coach and we have some new coaches coming up there. Because after we've been see press conference, I know the Raider Nation is pumping out their fist in the air right now, like the late great Al Davis. And Kubiak, they just say, fuck this nose, and he spoke from his heart. He went back to the core memories, watching his dad coach against our team. He understood the mystic and wants to bring us back that brand of football. It is time to bring the great back. And let's fucking go. Because the fact he was so prepared for this presser gives a lot of hope. I know people that just want to feel like, there's no hope in there. But the fact is, there's no mumbling catchphrases, no corniness. They're just here to compete. And all the old fogs running the other teams of the division should take notice because that dude seems like really, really different. Because you know why? I just wanted to let you know about my point of Clint Kubiak as the brand new coach of Las Vegas Raiders. Check this out. I think this is going to be a positive stand for our team's revealed trajectory. He's a highly talented play caller as a new head coach in offensive-oriented league. And we have two studs in there, Brock Bowers and Eston Genti for Kubiak to work with the gate. And of course, we got the #1 draft pick, as known as AKA Fernando Mendoza. If you know the song, there is something in the air at night, the stars are bright, Fernando. And of course, we had the ability to proper and mold and have a franchise quarterback for years to come. We have over 90 million in cap space. Do you really check that? $90 million in cap space. Also, it's gonna sound like ka-ching over there. And I just wanted to let you know that after all these bad memories that we just have over the last few years, after the whole disaster of Josh McDaniels, Dave Ziegler, Tom Telesco, and Antonio Pierce, and of course, well, Pete Carroll, now is the time to move on. But if we have to hand, if we are in good hands of Clint Kubiak, can we be like a playoff contenders? I don't really think so because I know it's gonna be like really difficult, but that has shown up to bring the right people can lead to accelerated growth. If you guys remember the Houston Texans back in 2023, hiring DeMeco Ryan, drafting CJ Stroud, the Commanders hiring Dan Quinn and drafting Jaden Daniels. Now, these are like examples involving a new coach and young quarterback having success early on. Now, but the recipes for success is not there. It's just like a matter of execution and getting everyone on sync, on the same page. I hope the whole film is gonna be very real this time. This is just about to begin. It's about to begin, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to begin. And let me tell you this something, right? This is not gonna be like ordinary job. This is like the silver and black nation. And he brings the old school Russian style, but with a modern offensive mindset. He likes to get off of the running backs in space and use center receivers. I think this is going to be really good for Aston Genti. He motions them with the backfield often. He will also bring right receivers and tight ends into the backfield to just add confusion for defense. And they're going to expect Genti to have a big first year on the Kubiak. And I know the biggest hurdle for some offensive players might be becoming selfness and getting involved with blocking heavily. Cooper Cup mentioned that when they come into Seattle, They have more heavily involved with the running blocking for the first time in career. As long as the players buy in, the offense should be average at worst. So I know it's gonna be something like that, but I'm feeling it. I'm just feeling it about it. Hey, we got some comments right here. So we got Daniel Barry to say, Happy Monday. What's up, people? Salute to you. Also, we got Frank Weber in the building. Salute to you. Also, we got Anthony Circle. Salute to you. Also, we got JB Hermendes says, with the Raider flag. Appreciate about that. Appreciate it. Also, we got Awesome in Sports. What is up, Rafael? Thank you very much. All right. So I have continued to talking about the new coaches because there's going to be a lot of us with the priority work. And we are back to where I have been so many times before. At least this time, it seems like most agree this is good. Where in the past, have many sort of thought of the bad sword of the force himself and thinking it was good, it was bad. But it's been like a long time since it moved. This have the most of the balls align. You know what I mean? Because, for example, Josh McDaniels never felt or sound like a Raider. He's just more like Tom Brady's water boy, or maybe like the New England Patriots daddy. But I understand that that guy, which is Clint Kubiak, he was running the East Coast life through and through. But I was just like, man, even know that it sounds like a real name, but isn't the names. Fernando Mendoza probably just sounds like a Raider quarterback name. Clint Kubiak just sounds like a head coach name for us. And I truly believe it. I truly believe that because I know that in our hearts, in our soul, in our DNA, we can actually really pumped out the volume and let's get it right there. And I mean it. I mean it at all. And to be honest, right now, it feels like because it's gonna be so much better. Anything better than this. There's no way that it can find out for the past because I know it's gonna happen. But also, we have some breaking news coming up there because I know it's gonna be really excited right now. Decided out like Monday Night Football. We have some news coming up there, and I'm not gonna open the Eds account because I know that I got suspended. All right, so right now they're expected to hire Seahawks Games, the run game coordinator and senior offensive advisor Rick Dennison. There are some sources tell that Dennison has 30 years in NFL coaching experience, including as offensive coordinator with the Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos, and Houston Texans. Could be like the offensive line coach, but he's one of the OGs with that team with Sheraton Denver. But it's gonna be like the coach, but it's gonna be really, really great because I know he has 30 years of NFL coaching experience as offensive coordinator with the Bills, Denver Broncos, Texans. I know we can brought in great guys with great experience because I just wanted to tell you very quick and very simple. We don't need to some first time head coaches with no experience because it doesn't work at all. I mean, I understand what happens with the New England Patriots when they brought Mike Rabel as a former player and, of course, as a brand new coach. They just lost the Super Bowl to the Seattle Seahawks, part of the revenge. But at the end of the day, you can deal with this experiment. You can deal about it. So I know it's going to be something really important. And this right here is going to be so much play right now. Now, I just wanted to tell you because I'm going to share like a screen, that image right there, because I know between for the coaches is getting really knifed up, really night up. And this is going to be very monumental. All right, so I'm going to show this right now. So here it is, the Clint Kubiak staff. We have the head coach, Clint Kubiak, the assistant head coach, Mike McCoy, the offensive coordinator, Andrew Chinoco, the defensive coordinator, Rob Leonard, the special teams coordinator Joe DeCamilis, the tight ends coach Luke Steckhill, the defensive line coach Travis Smith, the safety coach Matt Robinson, the defensive pass game coordinator Joe Woods. Now, where are they going to miss it? The quarterback's coach, the running back coach, the wide receivers coach. Right now, they have a defensive line coach, but they're still missing the linebacker coach. So this kind of the part of the Clint Kubiak staffs for now to really see what happens for the 2026-2027 Las Vegas season. Yep. And how are they going to do this right now? Because in that image that I show up between Matt Robinson, because it's not going to be suck. It's not going to be sucker at all. Because he was gunning. He was gunning for the head coach job with the Browns, and they could have happened so much fast. But the choice was to promote another team's assistant based on an interview with our guy that we know, and they're just like really like. And it's probably like an indication of more than in the same that we've seen like in the past few years under Patrick Graham, that will now have a will change in terms of the defensive approach and philosophy, and they was ready to try something different and new. Hopefully, it's gonna be like a new approach and something like really everything, because they had to see how they're gonna play out. They're gonna much have to see the experience with the first time. Everyone had to see strong somewhere, and time will tell. I think it's gonna be like a pretty solid staff, but it's not gonna be suck. They're hoping not wrong, but we have a lot of talent needs on defense. We're gonna add some lemonade or something like the mediocre lemons inside for the Cowboys, like the good ones. We don't know, but it seems like it's gonna be like the perfect. And we just hitting the jackpot. And the coaching staff is almost fully ready to rock and roll. And we hitting on offensive line coach hire is very key. Yep, it's very key. Because I just wanted to tell you, it seems like it's a no-brainer hire. He's gonna be so much great. And I know it seems like we could able to how to come in off of the Las Vegas is gonna be like a great idea or a bad idea, but it seems like it fits at all with the scheme. It fits at all. And we can talk about like anything could happen, but they had to really know what's gonna happen with the defense. Yep. The defense, the offense, everything is gonna be really, 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 really changed. But besides for the draft and of course all the picks coming out of there, I have a feeling that we're gonna hit the jackpot. Well, maybe on April, because if you guys remember, we just drafted like 2 years ago Brock Bowers, and then 1 year ago Aston Genty, and then possibility Fernando Mendoza. I'm gonna be really hyped up for the future. But we had to remain realistic because we need to still like a year or two to cook, because anybody could expect the Super Bowl is gonna be like disappointing, but I don't think so. I don't think so, because my hope is very common. It's very common at all. And I know there's gonna be something like we had to believe it at all. We had, because there is like a really step expectation. First time staff, rookie quarterback. I'm hoping that we'll look very competent at the end of the season and maybe kill someone playoff chances, and the wild card is very rich. And we just won 3 games over the last year. Even the winning record will be asking a lot. And I agree that we can ham and hide, but just don't place it at this potential with them. So we had to work on the process, and the results will ever follow. I can tell all about this right now, because I know it's gonna be something really better. And I'm very glad that I'm very glad that Brendan Carroll was getting out. And things are really shaping it up right now. I mean, it feels like they're building something for the mother NFL. We're here for it. But we have to be very consciously optimistic. but we've been hurting so much. Yep, we've been hurting a lot of things, everything more. But I feel like very optimistic. But at the same time, I just wanted to tell you, it really worries me a lot when it comes to the defense and the offense because not only we can hit the jackpot of the draft, but also we can hit the jackpot of the free agency. So I understand that a few years ago we just signed out with Christian Wilkins, but it doesn't seem like the perfect fit for Las Vegas Raiders. So we just leave it. And right now we're just seeing like what's gonna happen for the future. What's gonna be really, 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 really happen for the future right now. But I just wanted to keep it like it a very too much. Because probably is gonna be really good, but at the same time, they gotta develop. And I can see that. I can see that. And I was looking at for like most of the rest of the coaching or the staff because they just went for a Super Bowl championship, winning, and of course hanging out for Las Vegas Raiders. So that makes sense. That makes sense at all. So I've been seeing like a lot of emotions coming up there, but things are really shaping on this right now. Things are really changing at all. And I was gonna be really good with the staffing right now. Young general manager, young coach, young offensive coordinator, probably a young coordinator. Right now, they're building for the future. They're building up. And I guarantee, because the hires end up being like under the age of 40, so the new blood get their chances. The people, the great loving going for the road ahead. Yep. They really love it because every year, every team has a gauntlet for the schedule. Maybe, for example, like had to be of 3 good teams in the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl. But our division is really thought until probably not. And we play the National Football Conference West next season. And maybe New England Patriots round 2 and Bills, but is always really thought. But he will say he will come back for a Super Bowl contender, which is leave us wasn't other teams. But I think it's gonna be something like, okay, now here's the thing about it. Non-playing calling offensive coordinators are usually responsible for teaching the offense to the team in more closer capacity than the head coach may be able to. Because Janoku will be found in how clean Kubiak offense need to be run, all those areas. It will be expected to install later the offensive group. But also, he will be like helping with other scouting offense preparation, but learning the system and learning how to teach, there are two different things, especially just like the quarterbacks to entire offense. And I don't think that Andrew Janoko will be like at a hard time, but he thought the offense to the quarterbacks. He knows that offense. He knows how to coach the offense. He knows how to run Kubiak's game plan. Admit it. Just say that you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm not giving it like anything, but I'm just getting really tired about like this. Like, oh, this is a bad hire, so I'm guessing it's gonna be like a hire from like an old coach, something like that. No, not at all. Because if you see like at a young defensive guys like Clint Kubiak, I mean, it's very interesting. How are they gonna put those things in charge? Yep, they're gonna put all these things in charge, and they're gonna moving forward. They're gonna see how they're gonna like it. They're gonna see how they're gonna improve. If you see like all between for the season right now, because we just have like a losing streak. Yeah, we have a losing streak under Pete Carroll. It seems like, this is not that very good at all. Not very good at all. And to be honest, right now, we're not like between for that season, which is 2025, 2026, it wasn't really like much of a fair to like tank for a quarterback or a new coach. Not that it is right now. Because if we wanted to see like everything better, we had to improve a lot. It is not gonna be really, really, really easy. then probably they're going to help it. And this will open to get most of the Kobe step back. And there's no way they can really stop. No way. No way at all. There's like no way at all. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, after that I was talking about a brand new era for the coaches in the Raider Nation. Now let's bring another topic, if you know what that means, right? Because I'm gonna bring the topic that you guys know, and I'm about to bring it out. And I'm very sick and tired of all these rumors that, oh, Maxx Crosby this, Maxx Crosby that. Listen, folks, I just wanted to take out of my glasses, right? Because I just wanted to tell all about the truth. Don't believe in clickbait shit like that. Don't believe in so-called journalists, because I know that I have a degree in journalism, and I know about investigation, getting prepared, getting for the official source. Now you can tell like, oh, this is about like this and this one, because you promote fake news. All right? So I just wanted to tell you, don't promote that clickbait shit that has been poisoned all the around the nation, because the clickbait shit must be go down. It must be dead. Finito. Because you know why? Between for all these clickbait news, all these rumors from Maxx Crosby, I just wanted to shut him down. Because you know why? Maxx Crosby, he deserves to be here. He deserves to be a Raider for life. He's literally the heart and soul of the Raider Nation. There's nobody can stop Maxx Crosby, because he deserves to stay as a Raider, because he had a tattoo. He had a tattoo sign up here for the Raiders. And I know how very important how to say it about it. But I think, in my opinion, he's like the greatest of all, the greatest. And he wants to do it. He wants to stay. And if he wants to win the Super Bowl with Las Vegas Raiders, it's going to be really it. But I think it's going to be like the league is going to be really bad with Crosby as a Raider. Because he came here into the league as a Raider. It's so really rare that a player really understands, fits, and supplies the energy and attitude of franchise history in a choreography. This is like the exact phenomenon that makes the major sports, the NFL, what they are. What they are. Because I know Mets wants to be here. Wants to be here. I don't think the Mets won't be traded and announced should it be. He's not going to leave it at all. Not in a million years, because I know what it feels like losing one of the greatest one. Because I know Clint Kubiak has been spoken to Maxx Crosby and is really excited to be a Raiders for years to come. Because he was asked if he excited to have Maxx for years to come, but also he was the first in the building in this one. Yep. And he was saying we want him to part of the success going forward. There is no about that. So if I'm reading about those lines, if I'm reading like the whole conversation, it's on. It's on. Because at this point right now, all these rumors of Maxx Crosby is over. Is over. Is over right now. It's over. Because I don't think it's going to be the great time for a trade, which is not. Not at all. Not in a million years, because I know there are some person that say Maxx Crosby wants to trade for the 49ers, the New England Patriots, the Chicago Bears. No. Doesn't it at all. because that's not gonna be like really safe at all. But they might not be able to trade Maxx Crosby as easily as people think. Because no. I know the value is that he plays every down. This is not suitable for like more years. And he's already to get involved with the game. It all depends. Because defensive stars just aren't worth the money they want. They think it is really important that the quarterbacks, but they aren't. Because he knows how to play it. After we traded Khalil Mack, it's over. But how are we going to do what's likely about it? Because I have a mad respect for the great Maxx Crosby, because his energy is undeniable. It is never going to fall down. Never. Never. Never at all. And especially when it comes to greatness, experience, and of course, plays, highlights, everything. We can talk about Maxx Crosby's impact and greatness. The first time he came here, drafted, and he was one of the great players that wears the Sublime Black Nation all day, all night long. And he was the hard work, dedication, when it comes to the nation. He can really have the attitude to step out as a leader. And yes, and I respect that. I respect that. So I just wanted to tell you, I want to people know, don't trade Maxx Crosby, because Maxx Crosby, he wants to stay as a Raider. If he wants to win a Super Bowl, I don't think it's going to be really easy at all. Because for me, Maxx Crosby, he deserves to stay. He deserves to stay. He's the heart and soul of the nation. Because if you guys remember, Devontae Adams, he was a man about wanting to live. It's about human nature. The grass is greener on the other side. But I understand we have great players, but also we have some bad players. And that shit needs to improve. That shit needs to improve as soon as later. All right? As soon as later. Because I don't want it to see like another clickbait shit coming out there, because it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. All about this. Period. I just wanted to him as a Raider for life. All right? So basically, I'm going to shut it down for the rumors coming out there, right? So you got to mark my words coming out there. Maxx Crosby, he was the heart and soul of the nation. There's no way that you can trade him, that you can bring it here. I mean, nope. That's not gonna really work, Fed. Not gonna really work. So I really understand, if the people want to see the truth, they gonna happen with the knowledge. All right? So enough of this clickbait shit, and make an investigation. All right? Get a knowledge. Get a life. All right? So I just wanted to say it. About it. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to feel about like how I'm gonna do between for like the rest of the off season. All right. So between for the rest of the like over for the off season of the Raiders, well, because I know that football season is over, and there was one last topic that I just wanted to talk about, because I know that people wanted to see the results of the Super Bowl, and I understand that Seattle Seahawks defense was very, very powerful against New England Patriots. And we all know that Drake May was like, not that really great, but Sam Darnold have a great history of pure, pure redemption. All right. So I know that Sam Darnold has been working it out for everything, but didn't see a lot of ghosts? No, not at all. Because for me, Sam Darnold, as a quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, is basically mother, more talent version of Dan Marino, if I'm not mistaken, because he had the arm and the quick release. Any other arm, the ability to create the play breaks down. He had the same gunslinger DNA, but with legs and modern versatility. In today's league, that matters where the being pure pocket statue and the part that nobody wants to say out of loud. Now Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion. Dan Marino is pretty much not. And he was like a more talent because he just basically did enough not to lose in the Super Bowl. And now that decided all the garbage takes are out. Because it's not to say he's a bad quarterback. It's not. But I'm sure there's someone who can carry the team. If you pay him for top salary, you put him on the pat roster. He has historical defense. It's a wide receiver, a live run game. It all happens lots. Because I know that New England Pats defense wasn't current around, but it was just like very disaster. Because I know that the defense gave up points and somehow play Matt Stanford when he was playing against the Los Angeles Rams. He was really so far. Really. And he needed years and multiple teams to get there. And look where he found it. Right now, he's a Super Bowl champion. He's a Super Bowl champion, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to tell you. All right. So the last topic that I just wanted to talk about, because I know we're in the up season, like the dead season of the football. I know everybody's hyped up with the halftime show. And for the first time, they have a Puerto Rican singing in all Spanish, no English. Well, there's one song that they play in English, which is Die with a Smile with Lady Gaga. Yep. And what are my thoughts about the halftime show between Bad Bunny? I understand that at the beginning of his career, I didn't really like Bad Bunny because he was really involved with the trap thing or something like that. But when it comes to back in 2022 when he was released, Titi me preguntó si que tengo mucha novia. Mucha novia. Yeah, the album called Un Verano Sin Ti, which is A Summer Without You. And they have like amazing songs like Party. Titi me preguntó. I was just like, damn, Bad Bunny put a lot of effort on that album. And that blew me away. And he became with another album, which is like, holy snap, that was really amazing, which is Debí tirar más fotos. And he was just like, he was paying homage to his country, Puerto Rico. And all those things that you see at the performance at the halftime show with Bad Bunny, it resembles all the Latino culture. Yep. All the Latino culture with the kids sleeping in the party on the wedding. And of course, they have like the domino tables. Yes, because I understand that if you're Caribbean, if you live in Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, or, well, the Bahamas, you know the domino is a very dangerous game. We all know about this. But at the end of the day, I know that the people criticize so much about Bad Bunny's performance at the halftime show because I know there's a lot of people that just stated right here at home to say, "Well, this guy is not speaking English. Why this guy is singing all Spanish, no English?" I mean, it doesn't even care. I mean, what the hell is going to happen with the halftime show at the Super Bowl? Yes, because I know there's a lot of persons criticize the halftime show at Bad Bunny. But there is one thing. He really unites the culture. He really embodies the Latino culture. And yes, he's been singing like all the Spanish songs, and he was resemble like salsa, merengue, reggaeton, the old school reggaeton from 2090s. Oh my God. And I couldn't believe that he was very, very unique to unite the Latino culture. And I'm very proud to be a Latino. I'm very proud to be a person who was born in Latin America. And I know how it really feels because union is great. Yep. And I just wanted to really the quote of the sage, united we stand, divided we fall. Recognize that. Yeah, that phrase was from Coolio. But I know how you guys feel about the halftime show. If you didn't understand those lyrics on Spanish, if you didn't understand about those Spanish lyrics, you should be translated. I know some persons are taking class from Spanish and everything, or they just wanted to be like the all getter that say, I don't want to learn some Spanish. I just wanted to speak only English. Oh, I mean, that's not gonna really work it about it right now. It's not gonna really work it. But if you had to learn another language that you actually live for that, you're gonna learn it right. You gotta learn it right. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to be here at another episode of Straight Outta Nation. I know it's been like a while, but you gotta stay tuned for the other live streams that I'm coming right there on my YouTube channel, Capitán Rafucho. And to be honest, right now, I just gotta like the schedule for what's gonna happen between for this week. So this week, I'm gonna provide 2 NBA play-by-play games in Spanish. Also, I'm gonna provide my podcast along with Zion Senate, which is the Combat Club. And of course, on Saturday on 8 p.m., I'm gonna provide a watch along reaction of the UFC Fight Night in Houston, which they have a great fight, which is Anthony Hernandez versus Sean Strickland in Houston, Texas. So it's gonna be like a great banger. All right, so make sure to subscribe to Capitán Rafucho on YouTube. You can follow me on different social media, Instagram, TikTok, Kick, and Twitch. I will see you there at another episode of Straight Outta Nation. And of course, I just wanted to tell you, in the words of Al Davis, just win, baby. Have a great night.